Hello everyone, welcome to Rod's Repairs. Today I got a good one for you. You guessed it. I'm going to do some sandblasting today on the shop car. Well, you got two options when you got rust. Either leave it or you sandblast it. And then, you get the rust off it and protect it a little bit. It's going to slow the rust down. Sandblasting will slow the rust down. It's going to make it last a little bit longer than just leaving it. Now we got some holes. We got some holes here, and the molding covers it like right here, so I'm not worried about too much down here, but I am worried about these holes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to sandblast, see what they look like, probably fill them in with some Duraglass, which is better than leaving them and letting her rip. So I'm going to go ahead and get this sandblasted, but first I'm going to show you what I use. Over the years it's taken me a while to figure out what I need. I used to use a hood, didn't like it. Now I just use an old piece of crap face mask. Make sure you got your respirator, got your gloves, got your ear protection, and I got some goggles. And as you can see, I put some box tape over the lenses, because if you don't, you'll have to replace the lens. So what I use for sandblasting is I bought this at Northern Tool. It's a pressure pot. It came with like a dead man deal. I didn't like it, so I changed it to this, where it's got an on off. These things go bad all the time, so you end up having to replace them. They're about 10 bucks a piece. I just put a new one on it. My last one had a hole like right here, and sand was coming out, so that's not good. And then there's a ball in here, and it just deteriorates, so it won't shut off. So you got to replace them probably every other time you use this stupid thing. Had to reinforce it down here, put a couple extra clamps on it because it popped off once, and I taped it really good here because I just want to make sure that it wasn't going to pop off. So that's kind of what I do. Wintertime you can't use it outside because of the moisture. Airline freezes. But yeah, got a water trap here. But yeah, let's go ahead. Another hot tip, tape off what you don't want to sandblast, but I'm not going to sandblast up to the line. I'm just going to keep it low. Don't worry about hitting the tire, but be careful so you don't hit the rim. But these rims need to be sandblasted anyway, so I'm not taking them off. I'm going to blast it right in here a little bit and be done. But like I say, you got two options. You leave it, or you sandblast it, etch the bare metal, and take care of the holes with some Duraglass, or you can metal patch too, but this car's too old. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, let's get to sandblast, and I'll show you what I got here in a couple seconds. Okay, this is what you gotta dress up like. It's kind of hot, but it's kind of what I kind of gave you a quick outlook on what's going on. Just take your time. Now you can see some spots. Just, you know, don't try to do the overall at once. You know, just take your time and go inch by inch, and you get it done. I'll go ahead and I'll tune back in when I get the rest of it done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hopefully there won't be too many holes in it, but I can already see there's going to be quite a few. But like I say, better to do it like this than to leave it. So yeah, tune back in a bit. Okay, I got it sandblasted. Didn't try to get off all the black, I just wanted to get off the rust. But yeah, I did this a couple times now, and I put some Bondo in this area, and you know, to fill the holes. And these holes really didn't get a whole lot much bigger. So if you leave it, it gets worse. And if you can fill it somehow so the water doesn't, you know, get in there so much, it'll help preserve the rest of the rocker. So it, you know, there is pros and cons. Yeah, it needs a rocker, but can't afford to put one on right now, so we're gonna let it rip. So yeah, here we go. We got some holes to fill here. I'm gonna put some Duraglass in them, and I'm gonna put some Duraglass in here. We could go fiberglass too, but I want to get it done like now, so I don't want to wait around. So we're just gonna go ahead and put some Duraglass in there. I got a hot tip in here. Basically what I do here is I pound all this in just a little bit, and you say, well, if you put Duraglass in here, it'll just fall out. I use wax paper. I'll put some Duraglass on the wax paper, and I'll stick it on there, and I'll form it with the wax paper. So I'll put a thin layer of Duraglass on the wax paper about yay wide, and I'll fill this hole with the wax paper. And then when it hardens, I'll just peel it off and go ahead and shape it. Might need another coat of Duraglass because it's probably gonna have another hole that you didn't get, but that's kind of how you fill these bigger holes, so you don't waste a bunch of Duraglass. But I wanted to show you that. But yeah, I looked on the inside of this door. Unfortunately, we got some issues here, so I want to take care of this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this seam sealer out of here, and I'm going to take this this knife. I'm gonna cut it out of here the best I can. Then I'm gonna use this and finish it the best I can, and then I'm gonna sandblast it. But before I do that, I'm gonna cover this area with a blanket. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done quick, and then I'll show you what this looks like on the bottom. I'm trying to save this door, so I'm gonna cut that seam sealer probably right here, because you don't need to up here. Try to do a clean job too, so you don't have to get too much, you know, get too carried away with it. So, but yeah, got it all sandblasted up in here. That looks good. We'll go ahead and we'll get the rest of it sandblasted, and I'll get back in a second. Okay, I got the seam sealer out of there. As you can see, I only went from here to here. I used my knife and I cut down on it. You can see how nice and clean I kept it. I ended up switching to a smaller little wire wheel here. These things are dangerous. Make sure you wear eye protection and gloves for sure. I was going to tape it off in here, but I can feel a little bit of rust up underneath here, so we're just going to keep it as small as we can and let it rip. When I go ahead and paint this, I'm just going to take this rubber piece out of here, probably up to here, tape it up, blend the color, melt in the clear here, done. Just keep it all small. Don't get all carried away. So I'm going to zero in the sandblaster, keep air pressure low, just sandblast what I need to do, and let it rip. Now if you look, obviously rust is probably inside of this edge. All we're doing is preserving it, making it last a titch longer. If you leave the rust on there, it's just gonna decay quick. You take it off, it's gonna decay a lot less. It's kind of like, it's like a cancer, you know, rust never sleeps. While it's on my mind, the reason why I got these goggles, it took me a long time to figure it out. And the reason, obviously, I got I got my hoodie so I don't get my arms all full of sand. I got the face mask to protect my neck and stuff. I got, obviously I got the respirators for the dust. Gloves you gotta have. But what happens is, if you wear one of those hoods, you'll have to replace the glass on the hood all the time, and it fogs up. If you have this set up, you don't get any fogging. All I gotta do is tear this off, put some new stuff on when I can't see anymore, and let her rip. So that's just another hot tip for you at Rob's Repairs. We try to give you all the little, hot tips that I've learned over the years. So it took me a long time to figure out this crap. You definitely want your earmuffs. But yeah, you guys, you like the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's gonna help me grow a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sandblast under here quick, and I'll be done with that, and then I'll even show you what I'm talking about on the wax paper here. So then when I'm all, basically, now that I'm thinking about it, when we're all done sandblasting, we got debris everywhere. I got this all covered up, looking pretty decent. So when you're all done, you're not gonna sandblast anymore. Make sure you blow the living crap out of the car. You got sand everywhere, into the wiper area. You're gonna want to blow the whole car. You're gonna want to make sure all your belt moldings, everything, because you roll the window down, you could scratch the glass. You don't blow the car and you got sand on your windshield wipers, you're gonna scratch your glass. So yeah, blow the living crap out of the car. Don't do it when it's raining, or if it's gonna rain. Sand sticks to your car and it won't, it'll take forever to come off. So another hot tip for you. But anyway, I digress. I'm gonna go ahead and sandblast and get this gear off and blow this car, and we'll do some body work. Be back in a second. Okay, I got the hardest part ready. So what I ended up doing is I cleaned it all up, tried to pound it in the best I could, make sure it's level. As you can see, it's flat. It's got a bunch of angles. Got an angle in here, and then it's flat, and it kind of goes like that. So there's a few angles there that you're going to want to recognize before you put anything on. I set the piece of wax paper up and I marked kind of where I want to put the mud, but mainly right here to fill this hole. Because if you put anything in here, it'll just fall out. I'm not worried about crap like that. But we're gonna get all the little pinholes, but you don't need to have wax paper on these little ones. So I got this ready to go. Let's get it done. Okay, I'm ready for Duraglass now. I got my area cleaned up. Got it ground down where I'm going to put the patch. Let's get it done. So I got my wax paper, I got my Duraglass. I'm going to mix up a little Duraglass. I'm going to put it, I marked it where I wanted it on the wax paper, and we're going to let it rip. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. Needed hardener first. Make sure you do that, otherwise it's just runny and watery. We're going to go ahead and mix this up quick. We're going to throw it on here and let it rip. I'm not going to put a lot of hardener in. That's it. It's going to harden really quick today because it's warm. I just kind of stir it because we only got a little bit of work time. Don't do it in the sun either, and we are in the sun. And now this blue hardener is kind of hard to see when you're mixing it with the green Duraglass, but just make sure you knead it up really good. You can almost see, I always clean my spreader, get off all that stuff in case there's stuff that's not mixed, and then I'll mix it a little bit more. Now we're going to put it on the wax paper. It's in the wind too, so this is how you do it working outside, folks. Hold the paper, not an exact science, not a lot left over. Kind of know where I want it. Just gonna get it up in there. You can see through the wax paper, so kind of form it. That's it. There's still going to be holes. You're just trying to fill the big hole. Like I say, you're going to have to go back over it. Alright. That's how you do it. So I'll tune back in when I get the rocker done. Okay, I just ground down the patch. And yeah, you still got some holes, but you can fill these holes just with the regular, you know, with your spreader. So I got one little bubble here. You just push that in a little bit, make sure you get up in there and fill it in good, and that's basically, and then you shape it a little bit and you're good to go. So that's kind of what you want to do, and it's gonna prevent water from getting in there, and it's gonna preserve it for a little bit longer. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you how I'm gonna fill that. So I did. You're definitely going to want to use your goggles when you're grinding Bondo dust, because it's going to get in your eyes and stuff. So I'm ready to change the box tape here, put a new piece on my next grind, because I could barely see. And you definitely want your respirator and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff, all this bodywork stuff done, and I'm going to get it painted, and I'll show you what it looks like at the end of the day. Okay, I got it all sanded. That's mainly all Duraglass. It's not perfect, doesn't have to be. So next step, I'm going to tape it off, I'm going to etch prime it, and I'm going to paint chassis black over it. Good enough. I'll show you what it looks like when I get it done. Etched it, all the bare metal, and then blew some chassis black on it. It ain't perfect by no means, but it'll work. Get the molding back on there. It should look pretty good. Yeah, that's the video for the day. I hope you guys like the content. Please like, subscribe to the channel. Hope you're having a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you.